I'm sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
4 weeks, the WNBA story was the same ugly pattern. Caitlin Clark kept getting hit, bumped, and pushed around, while the league office just stayed quiet, saying nothing. Fans were yelling online. TV shows politely cleared their throats and quickly moved on. The message was clear. Handle it yourself, rookie. Then suddenly, boom! The silence broke. Not because the WNBA took action, but because some of the biggest voices in basketball history decided enough was enough. Steph Curry, LeBron James, Luka Dončić. 6 NBA All-Stars in total. They spoke out loud and clearly. This wasn't a planned PR move. It was raw, honest frustration shouted across the basketball world. Their words shook arenas from Seattle to South Beach. Usually, NBA players keep their praise inside their own circle. Maybe a quick retweet or a locker room comment. Then back to the game. But Pascal Siakam broke that rule on live TV. When asked the softest question, which hoopers get the most love right now? Siakam skipped over many NBA stars and dropped a surprise answer. Honestly, it's Caitlin Clark. That's right. The love around her is wild. Let that sink in.
Oh man, Caitlin she's a beast, man. Like, and they love her. So I'll probably say Caitlin Clark. I love Tyrese, but she's another level in terms of just the love that.
He didn't just compare Caitlin Clark to other rookies in the WNBA. He compared her to Tyrese Halliburton, his own all-star point guard teammate. And still, he gave Clark the crown. That's not a gift. That's the truth. Clark has broken the invisible wall that used to separate their league from the NBA. And Siakam just confirmed it. Obi Toppin isn't the kind of guy to make bold speeches. His language is dunks, not long talks. That's why his reaction matters. No fancy words, no script, just honest respect. Yeah, Caitlin's amazing. Seeing her in the front row at our games is awesome. We support her the same way she supports us.
Caitlin's amazing. Super amazing. She's a great player. Having her be courtside and watching our games is awesome. We see the excitement that she has on the sides, but just like she's doing that, we do the same. Like when they're playing, like it's so much. It's a joy.
That's respect in its purest form. No rankings. No women's basketball hype. Just players respecting players. When regular NBA guys talk like that, you know the culture is already changing. Right under the court. Being neighbors in Indianapolis, Halliburton has a front row seat to the whirlwind around Clark. He sees the autograph hunters, the camera flashes, the non-stop trash talk, and Clark's calm, serious face through it all. He told reporters, there's Braun, Steph, Jokic, and Caitlin. She's one of the 5 most famous in the sport, period.
She's, I think for me, getting to actually spend time around her, be around her, get to know her personally, she's just an amazing person, an amazing player. She deals with there's a lot of rhetoric behind her that she really has no control over. And I think that the way she handles that is just amazing. Like, I think when it comes to the game of basketball, like she's probably top 5 most famous people that are playing right now, just in general. That includes our league as well.
He wasn't lying. TikTok, ESPN, airports, morning shows. Pick any screen, and she's there. Halliburton's understanding shows a lot. He's felt the pressure of being an NBA star. But even he thinks Clark carries a bigger load. That idea hits harder than any highlight video. When LeBron speaks, whole media stories change. He could have said a safe compliment, but instead, he zoomed out to the bigger picture. She's bringing attention. They flew private for the first time. Celebrate that. Translation? Clark isn't just playing basketball. She's speeding up 27 years of slow change.
Because everybody is looking for you to say anything, and they're going to splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. And I think for her, the one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane for the first time in their league history. You know, they flew private. That should be celebrated in his own right.
LeBron has seen this story before. He wrote that story in 2003. He knows what it's like to pull an entire sport into a brighter future. And his respect felt personal, almost protective. You could hear the message between the lines. Don't mess this up, league. Protect your star. Ask a born shooter how he respects another great shooter. And the answer is simple. Lace him up. Trae Young has never met a logo 3. He didn't like it. Yet even he said he'd need more practice to beat Clark in a shootout on TV. The stat they share. Only 2 college players ever led the nation in both scoring and assists. Connects them forever.
We're hype about Steph and Sabrina. I know that you have spoken about Caitlin Clark. You're a big Caitlin Clark fan.
Oh, yeah.
She, of course, is an excellent shooter. Would you ever do like a Caitlin Trae 3-point contest at All-Star?
Of course I would. I've gotten to talk to her too throughout her college years. We're the only 2 people that ever led college in points and assists. That's a crazy stat. I'd have to definitely practice a lot more than I have for these previous 3-point competitions. Nah, I'd be ready for sure.
Trae Young's playful challenge wasn't just fun talk. It was a real way of saying Clark's shooting style, her form, and her confidence deserve the same bright spotlight as his. Fans would love to see that matchup. And sponsors know it too. Young is one of the few stars who can speak honestly without sounding like a teacher. He said this. Veterans spent years practicing in empty gyms. Then suddenly, a rookie shows up and becomes the main face. Some people will feel a certain way about that. He wasn't making cheap jokes. He was explaining a natural reaction to fast change in the game.
You gotta put it in perspective, right? These girls have been grinding to grow the game of basketball in the WNBA. They've been grinding to grow the sport to the world, the viewerships. They've been grinding for all of this. And then you have this girl that comes along from college and is an instant change. She's handed pretty much being the face of the league. There's gonna be girls that are offended.
In just 3 sentences, he showed respect for Clark's quick rise, but also care for the players who paved the way, the pioneers she's now sprinting past. His words were so real and balanced. They echoed on podcasts all day. The reporter asked Luka Dončić an easy question. Who's your favorite women's basketball player?
Who's your favorite women's basketball player?
Caitlin Clark.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like Paige Buchers?
Well, she's okay. I didn't see her playing in the women's NBA.
Luka didn't hesitate. He said, Caitlin Clark. No excuses. No soft answers. For Luka, who went from European star to NBA superstar, that answer said everything. He judged her by the toughest test. Her real impact right now. And she passed with flying colors. That's the kind of praise you keep forever. Steph Curry also saw the hits Clark took. He watched her tape carefully, clip by clip. And then, he threw the safe script out the window.
I'm sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly.
Boom. Straight to the point. Coming from the man who literally changed basketball rules. That line was both a warning and a statement.
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And it hurt just confidence out of you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer. It's crazy though, just because her shot is it's like that. It's at that level. If you really watch, like her floor game is as impressive. So it's kind of the total.
Steph broke it down. Same quick release, endless range, and the same showmanship. Then came the knockout punch. She's the full package. Remember, Steph's praise isn't casual. He made Klay Thompson a legend. And Jordan Poole a millionaire. Calling Clark a kindred spirit is like giving her a spot in basketball history. Then the moment slowed down when Jason Tatum was asked about the WNBA. He gave a short, 7-word answer. A'ja Wilson. And then, silence.
Favorite WNBA player? A'ja Wilson.
The same feeling came when Kevin Durant was asked about his favorite female athlete. He said, Angel Reese on the bounce. Reese is talented, no doubt. But with Clark's record-breaking year, Durant's answer felt like a quiet challenge. When big voices ignore Clark, it makes the tension Paul George talked about even stronger. Not everyone is ready for this new era. But Clark's impact is louder than any praise or silence. Games moved to NBA arenas are still sold out. TV ratings are up 400% from last season. Nike can't keep Iowa Gold gear on the shelves. They even approved charter flights mid-season. Because it was crazy to see a star athlete waiting in TSA lines in 2025. Corporate sponsors are coming in fast. And yes, other players feel the shockwave too. This change isn't slow. It's sudden and strong. Greatness always divides people. It creates fans and critics. Look at legends like Jordan, Serena, Tiger, or LeBron. The WNBA has needed a big change for years. Clark kicked the door open and shook things up. Every cheer and every criticism proves one thing. Indifference is gone. The league can fix bad calls, marketing and money. But it can't fake passion. Clark brought that passion overnight. Here's the big challenge. Making one rookie the face of the game means she becomes a bright light and a target. The league must grow from this moment without hurting its future. Protect Clark's health. Celebrate the veterans who made the path. Keep stories fresh and varied. That means faster reviews of game calls. A marketing plan that doesn't just focus on one city. And yes, charter flights for all teams. Not just Clark's. The NBA learned this in 2011 with LeBron fatigue. The WNBA can learn it now. Steph Curry's comparisons are nice. But Clark's goal isn't to be the women's Steph. She wants to be the first Caitlin Clark. A unique mix of Curry's shooting, Magic Johnson's passing, and Patrick Mahomes' cultural impact. This new style can't be copied. It has to be created live. Under pressure tougher than past stars faced. NBA players notice this. Some cheer her on, some don't like the change. But no one can ignore it. That's what evolution looks like. Pascal showed respect. Obi felt joy. Tyrese saw the human side. LeBron praised the shift. Trey challenged her. Luka recognized her skill. Steph made a bold statement. Tatum avoided the topic. Kevin Durant reminded us revolutions have resistance. Put it all together, and one thing is clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing in the WNBA. She's changing its core. The silence is gone. The pressure is real. The future of the league revolves around a 23-year-old with a lightning-fast shot. You wanted a spark. You got a wildfire. A fire so bright, even the NBA can't look away.